I sat down and I'm like really thinking to myself, what's different? What's not being done?
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't heard a single Latin artist do soul music. I feel like I found my sound with that sound. I want my music not just to inspire people to be great, but I want my music to talk to souls and help heal souls, you know what I mean?
Tu sensualidad es la clave para robarme la atención con tu mirada. We make it to the futon, toss you over in that salad like some croutons. With a body that good, you can't do wrong. But if you wanna slide tonight.
Welcome back to another episode of Spin the Record, where we have conversations that hit the right note so you can hear it, feel it, and remember it. I'm your host, Marcella, and today we have Vanny in the house.
Vanny, you.
Woo!
Pleasure to be here. Pleasure to be here,
so
y'all.
Happy to have you.
Pleasure's mine, really. It's dope to be here with y'all.
How you feeling?
Excited, nervous, all of the above, man. But,
nervous?
You
better let them nerves go. The way this man be on stage, I know he ain't nervous to be on a podcast.
I mean, it's like they say, man. If you're nervous, it's a good sign.
Yeah,
you know what
I guess
when
you're
not nervous, you're too comfortable. But
this is definitely gonna be good.
Overall, yeah, it's good to be here with y'all.
Cool. Well, we're excited to have you.
Oh, thank you.
Tell the world who you are.
Well, I am Vanny, born and raised in Puerto Rico, Rio Piedra, Monteatillo.
All right, PR in the house.
For sure, you know. Mente Latino.
Okay,
okay. Just a musician, grew up in church, obviously very musical family, very musical family. So I'm not the only one who does music, but definitely one of the ones that has like stuck to it and decided to continue trying. But overall,
continue trying. You're doing it. Ain't no trying.
You're right. We definitely doing it. We have the opportunity to live off of it, and that's a huge blessing.
Absolutely.
It may not be in a platform where people might envision, but the fact that I get to do what I love every day, that alone is amazing. But aside from the music, I am a husband, I am a father, I am a brother of 6, oldest.
Whoa.
Yeah, all boys, man. Shout out to my mom.
What?
I don't know how you did it, Mom, but you did it.
Oh, man, we're going to talk about all of that. 6 boys?
Yeah.
Whew, that's a lot. I can imagine one.
Yep.
I don't have none yet, but soon come.
One day.
One day, we'll see. So, Vanny, for me, how I know you as a performer, musician, obviously singer, songwriter. I met you through our performing agency that we both work with, doing a wedding. And this man, when I tell you, he blew me away when he was performing. It's like Chris Brown, Michael Jackson mixed in together with a little Spanish like fire. I was just like, bro. And then you started doing flips on stage, like all around. You're an amazing singer.
Thank you.
You're an incredible performer. You really know how to captivate the audience, like that. So let's start with the roots, the beginning, and then we'll expand to who you are now and how you become this incredible person.
I kind of used to like try to stay away from speaking about this part of my life just because it's easy to fall under the shadow, right? But
oh no, we're gonna talk about everything.
We're gonna get raw with it. So my father is pretty much a legend within the Latin music.
Okay. Who's your daddy?
Tony Tuntun. No
me
importa que usted sea mayor que yo.
Yeah, no fucking way.
So that's my dad. So obviously,
that's so cool.
Yeah, so I had that, obviously that influence. He was like the first one. He was like the imprint where I was like, whoa, like that's what I want to do.
Be like this. That's great that you had that example because unfortunately sometimes our parents, although they are do the best for us,
they want the best for us,
and they want the best for us, right? Sometimes they don't set the best example. Sometimes they give us an example of what we don't want to be, So that's a beautiful thing that you had a father who was setting an example and then influenced what you love to do.
Majorly. But even prior to that, my grandma also, she's a singer. Used to be in a singing group in New York back in the days. My mom sings, my aunt. So like I said, I come from a very musical family, but I was born and raised in church.
Okay.
So it was always that battle of, like, if you sing for the world, you're going to hell, or so you gotta sing for God. And
was it Christian or Catholic?
Christian, like Pentecostal.
Yeah. Oh, so that's super. Like, if you don't follow the religion, you're not good.
That part. So
wow, that must have been
so I always had that battle. But I always still lean more towards wanting to be a performer. Like my father. And then I want to say around 7 years old, Michael Jackson just pretty much made his way into my life. And I remember being in second grade, skipping school to go to my friend's house just to watch like the cassette, because it was the cassettes at the time, with all his music videos.
That's fucking dope.
So
you're like, I want to be like that.
Yeah, I was like my dad is cool, but who is this dude? You know what I mean? Like, who is this guy? So.
And you were in Puerto Rico at this time.
I was in Puerto Rico
so you
still.
were like a little Spanish little.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Like, ¿Quién es Michael Jackson?
Yeah, so pretty much. But I mean, still, I grew up. Because my whole family's from New York. I was born in PR, but my whole family's from New York.
You spoke English, all that.
So I still, I was able to dabble, you know, in the arts of the English. But I grew up listening to Jodeci, Backstreet Boys, Boys to Men,
R&B,
Casey and George. Yeah, but so it was just like I had that influence.
Soul. You already had the soul. Okay.
And then comes 10 years old, almost 11, I moved to the United States.
Okay. You came to the United States.
Came to the Estados Unidos.
And where did you move to? Florida?
Wisconsin, bro.
What?
I don't know.
What made them go there?
I don't know who the fuck moves to Wisconsin, after being a coquille. But it worked. You know what I mean? It was a major life change.
Your whole family moved to Wisconsin?
My whole family.
Your dad, your mom?
No, my dad stayed. Okay. My dad stayed in PR.
So your mom and the 6 guys, the 6 kids.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, Wisconsin? Dude, she's a hustler, bro. Like that's another reason why. Not only Michael and these people I look up to, but she's another reason why I go so hard on stage. You know what I mean? Like, this woman sacrificed a whole year and a half, left us with our grandma in Puerto Rico, which I struggle. When I leave on trips, you know, when I do cruises and I'm gone for 7 days, 10 days tops, I'm suffering, struggling.
Miss your baby.
What? I want to get back home. I want to hold her. I want to kiss her. So she left for like a year and a half.
Damn, that's tough.
And my grandma held it down, but my grandma held it down a lot. And eventually she saved up the money to get us out there.
Okay.
And, you know, it was a major life change because I was a cute kid, but I was a very troubled kid. So I was always in fights and just, you know.
And why is that?
It was because at the time I wasn't able to understand where my father was in his life. You know what I mean? Like, he was like prime time, you know what I mean? Blowing up. I say he was like the Raul Alejandro of his generation or Chris Brown of his generation. So he was always busy. I barely got to see him.
So he was there in your life, but his influence was there, but his
presence wasn't. Yeah. Okay. And then, you know, at the time, I'm a kid, so I'm not aware of how young he is. He was only 20 years old.
Oh, shit.
You know what I mean? Like,
when you were born, he was 20?
So he was 17 when I was born.
Oh, shit. Okay.
But when his career blew, he was 20 years old. So, you know, imagine a 20-year-old kid who's now like prime time in his career. And then,
I can already imagine.
You know what I mean? So I didn't understand that. So I became very rebellious as a kid, fighting all the time, like I said, getting in trouble.
That was your way to...
That was my way of getting their attention, you know, or his attention, but it wasn't in a positive light.
It was also letting off frustrations, like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? You
like,
want your dad's presence there, and especially when you look up to him in that way. Do you have a cool relationship with him now, or is it?
I'm not gonna say it's the coolest.
Okay.
But I've been able to somewhat come to terms with where he and I stand. I still respect him. You know what I mean? Like, yo lo veo, papi bendición. When he calls me, when he texts, I'm like a little kid. Like, hey, yo, how you doing, Paz? I get super excited. But, you know, I've understood that we don't always see eye to eye. And, you know, now I'm a grown-ass man, 31, you know, 4 kids, or 3 with 1 on the way. And, yeah, I got another baby on the way, guys. I'm
Congratulations.
Excited. Yeah, man, it's
baby
exciting.
It's
exciting. I know people are like, damn, dude, 4 kids. But it's like, bro, it's, for one, that's what God put us here, man, to procreate. All right. And 2, that's just motivation for me.
So
man.
this is baby number 4.
This is baby number 4. And final. All right. So I'm
all right.
Next month, if not next month, December, I'm.
Oh, damn. Okay. All
so,
right.
But all of this to say, I've come to respect where he stands, you know, and respect where I stand. What I've done in my career hasn't been because of him or because of having him as my dad. It's been more
blood,
of
sweat, and tears.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
He simply implanted that seed.
He put
in addition to everybody else in your family who's musical as well.
Yeah, he put the seed, you know what I mean? And obviously, he poured his water, and obviously my mom and everybody else. But everything I've done has been because of my hard work. You know, I've had my grandma by my corner, especially my mom. You know what I mean? I can't say I've done it all by myself. It's been a team. It takes a village, right? But the determination to still keep going, that's been, you know, within me. And, you know, call it pride, call it ego.
No,
whatever people, you know what I mean? But it's just like, you know, so
you're gonna persevere, you're gonna keep going, you know what you want, you got the vision, and you're gonna make it happen.
Yeah, so when it comes to him and me, when it comes to like our personal lives, we don't see eye to eye, but when it comes to him as an artist,
respect.
He's the shit, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I can't hate on his success.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I just,
credit where it's
I take my hat off, and I wouldn't be who I am if it wasn't for him being the first. You know what I mean? So, but it's all love, man.
And it also goes back to what we just said earlier. And you know, no shade to your dad, but it also shows you, again, a slight example of what you don't want to be, because you know that you don't want to be absent in your kids' lives. So, so it's in full circle. It's still a blessing because it taught you something as a father that maybe at the moment you didn't understand, but now you know that, I'm going to be fully present regardless of what it is that I'm doing, you know, in my kids' lives.
I will say this though, because, you know, it's just like you said, we learn what we don't want to be, but I do have 2 other kids, you know, right from, you know, a past relationship, and being fully transparent, am I as present as I would want to be? No. You know what I mean? They have their life, they have their things. I have mine as well.
How old are they?
My oldest daughter is 12.
Okay.
And my son just turned 9.
Okay. Right.
So, you know.
But then you were also very young when you had that, I imagine.
Yeah.
Because you're like 12 now.
Pretty much. Yeah, I'm still a baby. You know, and it's not to make excuses, right? Because realistically speaking, guys, if you're a father, if you're a parent, there's always time. You can make the time. If what you want it badly, you'll make the time for it. You know what I mean? Absolutely. So there's been moments where I've been able to make the time, and due to poor mentality, laziness, or whatever, I haven't. So that's what I say. It's situations like that have helped me understand my father a little more. Not excusing all of his actions.
But you can see a reflection of him.
Yes. And if I'm honest, I'm not even at the pinnacle that he was at that time. You know what I mean? I've had successes, but I'm not at that level yet. So I don't even imagine, if I'm struggling to make time now, you know what I mean? I don't even want to imagine what he was dealing with, what he was going through. So
it just provides a different perspective.
Yeah. So I've been able to, you know, give him grace in that end.
Okay.
But still, man, there's no excuses, bro. If you're a dad, make time for your children, y'all. Don't be a deadbeat, all right? I don't respect. Okay. But yeah, you know, I still try to stay present, even if it's a phone call, you know, text message. I'm try to be as present as I can.
Now, being a father and, you know, doing everything that you do, you know, obviously time is definitely a big issue. How do you manage? How has that influenced you? Just, you know, being a father, knowing that you have other lives depending on you.
Yeah.
And this is what you do full time, your music. So how does being a father tie into being an artist? How do you manage that?
So obviously, for one, the discipline that you gotta have to be a father, because I'm not gonna say that it's sunshine and rainbows all the time. There's been days where I want to just bang my head against the wall because, you know, it's a frustrating situation. You have all these dreams, you have these goals, you have these things, because just because you become a father or a mother,
you're not gonna stop.
Doesn't mean that you still, you know, there's still things that you wanted to accomplish, still things that you want to do, but you also have to have that perfect balance of, it's not about me, it's about my children, but in a way it still has to be about me, because if I'm not happy or if I'm not set,
you can't pour from
you can't. Exactly, that's the perfect analogy. You're thirsty, bro, I'm thirsty too, and there's only one droplet of water in here. We both gonna be on the same boat. So, but it's also, like I said, it's put that dog in me. You know what I mean? It's like
the extra hustle.
And days,
because you know it's not just you.
That part. There's days where I'm not gonna lie, bro. I mean, you know, we do this. We do this every single weekend. This morning, I'll be 100% honest. My wife knows, bro. I was beat. I just did like a cruise, performing on a cruise, came back, 1 day of rest, then gig in Naples, seat the tables in Naples, and then yesterday wedding. You know what I mean? I went to bed.
It's back to back. You don't have time.
Exactly.
It's hard to find time for yourself.
But you know, when you look at the bigger picture, and you realize that there are mouths that depend on you, that you got to feed, that you got a future to set for them, and set the example, especially being a father to a son, because I have a son. And hopefully two. You know what I mean? Hopefully with the one on the way is another boy, right? But you have to carry that example for your little man. You know what I mean? You gotta provide. Unfortunately, bro, that's
how it is.
That's how it is. You know what I'm saying? The father goes out, works, busts his ass, provides, protect, you know, and the mother nourishes, raises, you know, loves, and
she makes the house a home.
That part, you know what I mean? That part.
Which is not something you typically see anymore in this day and age.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard, right? It's hard in this generation because, you know, shit just fucking skyrocket.
Shit is crazy, and it's not how it was before.
So, you know, now it's definitely more of a team effort, but I still do strive. And I will say this, thank God I have a very independent woman. You know what I mean? So even if if I was the one making a bag, she's not gonna allow me to be that man that just, you know, stay home and she's a go-getter. But she's in the same thing we do.
Yeah.
So, you know, so
that's also a blessing that you have a partner who she's in the same industry, you know, because a lot of time artists don't like to be with artists, you know, but I think it works well also because you both have an understanding of what it is that you're going through, the hustle mentality that you have to
have to go out and get it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and you both have one end goal in mind, and then obviously you share the same kids, you know? So hats off to you and your relationship. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
I appreciate that.
I want to talk about all the different things that you do, because you just mentioned that you're on a cruise also. Yeah. So how did you get into that?
So that's
because hold on, you're also like in a boy band, something like okay. So we gotta talk about all these things.
Yeah, so it's crazy, man, because I feel like the whole boy band thing is what kind of opened the way for me to be here.
Okay.
You know, shout out to my brother Live and Die, man, amazing artist, songwriter. He's actually the one that connected me with this, what was supposed to be a one-time opportunity. And, you know,
they're like, yo, we're keeping this motherfucker.
Pretty much, bro. So, you know, I'm you know, this you know, young kid at the barbershop, because I'm also a barber. I cut hair.
Really?
Yeah, I'll be cutting my own hair. I don't
cool.
go to the barbershop anymore. But
see, I love doing like meeting people like this, or you know, getting to know people, because then
you
that's
get
exactly what this is for.
Yeah.
You know, I would have never known you were a barber.
Yeah,
like, okay,
bro.
that makes sense.
So I started at 18. You know, shout out to my stepdad, and I love you, man. He was like, look, bro, you don't gotta be, and I did not want to be a fucking barber, bro. I was like, no, he's like, you don't gotta do it, bro, your whole life. Just do it for now. You know what I'm saying? You got a kid on the way. I was 18, you know what I mean? You know, just hustle. But I was working at Walmart, Hollister, and this decor store named Kirkland. 3 jobs,
retail.
Bro.
I fucking hate retail, bro. And then
hate
Black
it.
Friday, the holidays. I wanted to shoot myself every holiday season.
So, but you know, whatever. You know, but I wasn't making the money that I had to.
No, and you're working so much. I'm telling you, retail was fucking
And then
garbage.
these fucking taxes that they take, I'm like, nigga. But he was like, look, bro, you're struggling. You don't have a car yet. You don't got your license. You don't have an apartment, but you got a baby on the way. Bro, you need to tighten up. So at this point, it's no longer what you want to do. It's what you got to do. So you don't sit your ass here, bro.
It's good that you had somebody in your life to like tell you like, yo, tighten up.
Bro, he used to make me go to the barbershop, and I used to be miserable, bro. Like, fuck, bro, I don't want to be here. He's like, yo, thank me later. Sure enough. You know, it's been 12 years, and I'm still cutting hair.
A skill.
You know,
no matter what, they can't take that away from you.
No matter where you go, where you are, you got a job. Start worrying the day babies are born with no heads.
No.
Because it's a job that you have a job forever. But, so I did that, and then I was at the barbershop cutting hair, and he called me. He's like, yo, I got this opportunity for you, bro. It's a one-time thing. You know, it's for Disney. Are you down? And I'm like, fuck
Disney?
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah. I'm a Disney kid. So it was this movie called Turning Red. There's a boy band in the movie. I guess they wanted us to replicate the band for like this 10K run or whatever, marathon. And the shit was so successful, we stopped the marathon for like an hour and a half.
Because they were like, oh, keep going.
Bro, people really thought that we were the boy band from the movie.
That's dope.
And there was just like this big ass line and, you know, pictures. And so Disney was like, hey, like that was very successful. Can you guys do 5 more shows? And I'm like, hell yeah. Why not? Cool, yeah. So they structured the band. We changed the name because we can't be the band from the movie. And they gave us 5 shows at Disney. I think 2 shows out of the 5, they were like, no, you guys are too good. So we're gonna give you a year contract. So we did like a year of performing at Disney Springs.
Okay.
Then from Disney Springs, they moved us to actual Magic Kingdom, like in Disney.
So you were like a set
so we were like a Christmas. We were doing the whole Christmas show.
That's freaking amazing.
That was successful.
How old were you at that time?
This was 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
So 2023.
Okay.
2023. So I'm 29. I was matter of fact, the day of my rehearsal, the very first day of rehearsal was on my golden birthday, which I was bummed. So I was like, damn, bro, I've been planning this birthday 29 on the 29th since I was 12. But this comes to show, guys, it's all about perspective. But if you guys approach things with a positive mind, the outcome is going to be crazy. So 100%. I was bummed, but I was like, you know what? Let me do it. Let me go to the first rehearsal because this really could be my golden year. Yeah. As in, I don't know what this is going to do. This could change my whole life. And sure enough. So we did the year. We did the Christmas show. And then they started putting us on cruises. So now this is my 2nd year doing cruises now.
You're doing Disney cruises?
Disney cruises, yeah. So we've done the Dream, Fantasy, Treasure, Magic, And that's one more that we did. Can't remember, but
I remember when we first met. That's how I saw, because you know, you go on Instagram, you check people out, and I was like, oh man, he's in a little boy band.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh shit, like that's where I saw that you do the cruise thing. And I'm like, damn, that's really cool.
So and it's been dope. It's been dope because, you know, between it's been a great balance between the weddings and the cruises. I think this is the first year that it got a little complicated with the scheduling, but aside from that, it's been pretty well. So I do that, you know, for a living. It's super dope. You know, obviously you get to meet new people every sailing. You get to visit, you know, new places.
You're like famous on the cruise.
On the cruises, yeah, bro. I'll be honest though.
I mean, you famous in real life too.
It's I think that's the one part. If I'm honest, I don't like.
No, because all the little kids like, oh my god.
Yeah, man. I mean, I appreciate it, you know, when people walk up to, right? But aside from an artist, I'm a regular human being too, you know? And I'm not even like super stardom yet.
Know, I do think it's kind of crazy how people, I forget the word, but like they, you know, they think of like celebrities and artists, like they cry when they see them. Like, bitch, what?
Dude,
like, I've never been obsessed with a celebrity like that.
I'll be honest.
Like,
I'll probably cry the day I do meet Chris Brown. You know what I mean?
It's crazy.
To myself.
And then you're a dude
like,
too.
Yeah,
like, come on. Like, Chris Brown, I've been trying to meet you. Like,
I know, man. But it's just like.
No, but you're definitely
the things
heavily
that
Chris
they've
Brown influenced. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I would not be the artist I am. The energy that you guys see on stage would not be the same if I had not been introduced to these artists. You know?
It's an appreciation cry.
It is.
It's not more so
yeah,
like,
it's, no, like,
oh my God,
because
I'll
be honest, bro. Yeah, like, my mentor changed my mentality with this whole Chris Brown situation. And still, big respects to the big dogs. You gotta pay homage and, like, you know the ranks. But I was fangirling one day because, you know, he has his number. I was like, bro, you gotta call him. You gotta call him right now, please. He was like, dude, chill out. Like, in my opinion, you're better than Chris. And I was like, bro, you're crazy. I was like, you're bugging. Like, why would you say that? He's like, well, this is why. But, you know, obviously remain humble, bro. Like, don't let this get to your head. But you dance just like Chris Brown can dance. You sing, you know, very similar to Chris Brown. You sing English, but Chris Brown doesn't sing Spanish.
You got to one up.
You know what I'm saying? And when he said that, I was like, oh shit. I still don't think I'm better, but I do now see that I do have a factor that Chris doesn't have that can, you know, influence a new generation of Latin American music.
And you know, that's just hearing you say that, it's crazy because I was actually telling one of my other guests this, like, you never see yourself the way other people see you, right?
That part.
So the way that you're, of course, Chris Brown is big. He's great. He's fucking amazing, right? But the way you idolize him for the right reasons, you know, for the great influence.
More artistically, right? Because you know, in personal life, and that's you. I may not agree with it,
but it's crazy that it's like the comparison. Like you set the standard of like, hey, I want to be a Chris Brown, and you don't realize the way that you are. First of all, you don't have to compare yourself to him.
Yeah. It's gotten to a point where like people are like, you're the Latin Chris Brown. I was like, bro, let Raul Alejandro take that title. I'm Vanny. Like, I'm Vanny.
Good.
Like, that's,
like,
you know what I mean? Like,
in your own lane. That's basically where I was going to. You know, so you do music in Spanish. You do English as well.
Yeah.
Where's your heart at?
Both. Realistically speaking, both. Okay. Because for one, us Latin people, we've been very close-minded to music. You know what I mean? And shout out to Bad Bunny and Raul Alejandro, because I feel like they really did their job at opening our horizon a little more with music. You know what I mean? Because Bad Bunny, he started with the trap and the reggaeton, but he's done pop. You know what I mean? He's done rock and
house. He's done, you know, and then he still brings it back and does merengue, salsa.
Boom.
Like,
so it's, and then, you know, Raul Alejandro now too, like the whole dancing,
like
the whole, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That wasn't pretty, like, really accepted.
That wasn't cool.
Yeah, and they changed that.
Yeah.
So, but there's really no artist. I'm not gonna say there's no artist, because there's this dope artist named Gio. And he does the whole Spanish English thing. But I mean, I've been doing it for many years. It just hasn't popped off because, again, people were close-minded to it. I've had people tell me like, nah, bro, you gotta do reggaeton, but like, stay away from this.
Because that's all you know.
And I'm like, bro, I know I'm different, you know? And at one point I was like, if you can't beat them, join them. So I'm like, all right, fuck, bro, whatever. I'll stick to the urban. But
at least to, you know, to get someone recognizing
you know what I mean? But then, I'll be honest, 2023 came and I said, fuck that. You know, I started really locking in with my brother, Landy, AKA Live and Die. And he started helping me.
Oh, now I get his name. L-A-N-D.
Yes, Live and Die.
Oh, that's cool. Is his name actually Landy?
Landy, yeah.
So he did a play smart guy.
Yeah, so I was like, cool. that was dope. Yeah. So Live and Die. And he started helping me expand my English writing a little better. You know, because my forte is obviously Spanish. But now I'm there where it's like, I gotta do both. You know what I mean? But still represent the culture, right? But people do have to understand that the Latin culture is not just a strictly Spanish culture anymore.
Like there's like Latin R&B.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
I wanted to flow into that with the music that you do, because in the covers you do, you know, like pop, top 40, obviously R&B. With your Spanish style of music, obviously you're different. So what is it that you typically do?
So I just rebranded. Honestly, I just rebranded. My whole sound is gonna be a little different.
Okay. We like that.
Like you said, yeah. It's obviously, even when I was doing reggaeton, I still would add like R&B vocals, you know? But I sat down and I'm like really thinking to myself, what's different? What's not being done? And I haven't heard a single Latin artist do soul music.
Okay.
And I'm talking about like R&B, just soul. Okay. Not that poppy R&B. I'm talking about guitar, like blues, you know, rhythm and blues kind of soul. I don't know why the
first thing that comes to me is this old ass song, Song by Four. Do you remember Song by Four?
Hell yes.
I don't know why they give me a little soul, you know?
Like Vina, remember mis fantasía. Like that, you know what I mean? So, but Giveon.
You're right.
You know what I mean? Like there's Giveon.
Giveon in Spanish?
Boom. So that hasn't been done.
Wow.
So I wrote this song and I was gonna sell it. I was gonna sell the song, and then something told me like, don't do that, bro. Because you got a gem. Like if you were to release this, it could fail or it could succeed. If it succeeds, I'm making a whole new road for like Latin music. You know? And it could take a while to pop, but still I'd be recognized as one of the pioneers of this sound. You know what I mean? And everybody that I played that song to,
you could definitely,
you know what I mean? Just make a new way. Make a new way for everybody that hears the song, they're like,
are you gonna do that song for us today?
Yes, I will. I will be. Yeah, I'll be.
You know what's crazy? Usually when I ask people, like when they talk about a song that they're really excited about, and I'm like, "Are you gonna do that song?" Like, no. I'm like, "Fuck."
No. Yeah, no. I'm gonna do that one today.
That's exciting.
But that sound.
Stay tuned.
Yes, y'all stay tuned. I feel like I found my sound with that.
Yeah.
With that sound, and you know, don't get me wrong. I'm still gonna release the Afro stuff that I have, and like, you know, the urban and the pop.
Yeah, but you can still be all around and do different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, this is where your heart is.
But I definitely want to emphasize on this sound for sure. And I'm telling you, you can look it up. You're not gonna find a single artist that has released this sound, guys. I promise you.
And you know what? Like, you've been doing this for so long, and you can, in music, you can reinvent yourself with anything.
Many times, yeah.
Right. And you think that when you're doing something, you found your sound, right? Until, for instance, you come across something else and it just clicks, and then you really know.
And shit, I've been really at it since 2016.
Yeah.
And it's 2025, and I now feel like
you're stepping into your shit.
This is me. This is my sound.
Good shit.
This is what's really gonna, you know. And like I said, it could blow up and it could not. And if it doesn't, it's straight, you know. But I still went for it, you know. You know what I'm saying? And it feels good for me.
Yeah,
it feels good for me. So I'm excited, you know, for this sound that's gonna come out. And you know, I hope obviously that, you know, everybody enjoys it. I'm still doing English and Spanish on the project, but this specific song is all Spanish.
So you have a whole project that you're working on.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that, because I always like to talk about the creation process, you know, with artists, because we're all our biggest critic. There's never a right and wrong way to create. So let's talk about your project. What are you working on right now?
So Latin American, really Latin soul. You know, but like I said, I'm adding English to it, right? But still, the Spanish is very much into all my songs, because I definitely want that sound. But
because there's Latin R&B, but you're right, there's not
this
like
is soul. You know what I mean? Like soul R&B. You know?
I'm trying to hear some Jill Scott in Spanish.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like that Amy Winehouse, bro. Like, you know, the Teddy Swims,
that bluesy,
yeah.
Oh my God, this is so exciting.
Yeah, Al Green. You know what I'm saying? So that type of sound.
Okay.
But in Spanish. So I've been working on it for 2 months now.
Okay. All right, so this is fresh.
This is fresh.
How did this idea come about? Like, were you like, one day you were listening to some soul and you were like translating the song in Spanish and you were like, this
you
is
want
how
me to
I'm
be
imagining
honest?
it.
So I had a dream. And look, I'm getting goosebumps.
Oh my
bro.
God. All right. Okay.
So I had a dream.
God, this is real.
Yeah. So I had a dream, and I have a brother named Rami, amazing songwriter, singer. He's
one
all
of
out
your,
great
your
artist.
6 brothers?
No, like
okay.
he's
Your
a friend,
brother.
but
Okay.
he's my big bro.
Time out. Do any of your brothers do music?
They don't.
No?
And they all have the ability to sing. It's the thing, but it's
Okay.
not their passion.
Okay,
you know what I mean,
okay.
they didn't have that example from my mom. I just
got
had
you.
my father.
All right.
But I had a dream that I was with the boy band on a cruise. I got off stage, and then I hear the host call out my friend,
I thought
like
you said you hear the hose.
the host.
The host.
It's not you good. So they call him out, and I turn around, and he's playing like soul on the piano, and in the dream he's like, Vanny, this is the way, bro. This is the way. And I woke up, right?
And you're like, holy shit.
I was like, damn, this is the way. So so I went on.
You should make a song called "This Is the Way."
You know.
Yeah.
Noted.
Yeah. And then say,
just so y'all know,
dream, you know,
y'all, it's right here.
I get my writing credits.
So I woke up, and I looked up Giveon, and the beat that I looked up was literally Giveon type beat, and that beat just it captured me, bro. And I started writing it, and I let it go. I got stuck for a little bit, and I let it go, and then the next day I finished it. And obviously, like you said, we're our biggest critics, so I didn't think anything great of it. I mean, like I told you, I was even wanting to sell it. You know what I mean? But then I showed a few of my friends
and like, hold
that
the
are,
fuck
you know what I'm saying, that obviously work within the music. But then I also showed people who aren't musicians and aren't, to see what their perception of it was. And they were like, holy shit. Like, dude, I don't know what you're saying, but I feel it. And this shit is crazy. So
and that's most important, that even somebody who doesn't understand, they feel it.
That part,
what music
that
is,
part, yeah.
an international
that part. It's it boom. Yes, you literally took the words out of my mouth. So that's what inspired this sound. And I just kept hitting it, man. Kept hitting it. I think like 3 days later, I locked in with Live and Die, and we knocked out like 3 or 4 more songs.
Okay.
And then came back home and same shit, just kept locking in with that sound. And now
things just started just like coming out of you because you're like,
dude,
this is
and
it.
Just flowing too. It was like effortless
why?
writing.
Because this is the way.
This is the way. This is the way. Yeah, this is the way coming soon.
Maybe that could. Do you have an EP name?
So yes.
Okay, I'm over here trying to take credit.
The name of the EP is called Latin Soul.
Latin Soul.
Yeah.
All right. And when are you like?
So I'm planning on releasing this first quarter of next year.
Okay. All right.
Because obviously we're in the last quarter now. So Thanksgiving, you got Christmas coming up. Everybody's dropping Christmas albums. So I'm planning on releasing it after Valentine's Day.
Okay.
Or maybe a little prior to Valentine's Day.
All right, we'll see.
But
Stay tuned. Latin Soul,
yeah. So
soon.
that's when I have kind of in mind to release it. But this is one of those things that I'm really trying to do right.
Master it.
Yeah, because you know how it is for us. We release a song that we have a vision for, and then we don't approach it correctly, and then boom, and it's like you just wasted a whole. You know what I mean? So I'm not,
because there's so many things that go behind releasing music. It's not just put it out and let it do its thing.
You got to put the work behind it. Especially when you don't got like a record label behind you and you don't got a bag. You really gotta
There's so much marketing, promotion. Right now we have the benefit of AI that can kind of walk us through the things that we have to do. I mean, granted, you still have to have your own idea, your own vision, your own understanding. But I do think that AI kind of helps put structure to the things.
It does.
So I'm really excited about this.
I'm happy
this
too.
release.
I'm happy
like,
too.
I'm excited to hear the song right now.
Y'all gonna hear it. But I think what's more exciting for me too is like you said, I have a partner who does this, and I have the chance to make magic with her.
Is she on one of the songs on your album?
Yes.
And she speaks Spanish too.
She does.
Is she doing it in Spanish?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so exciting.
It's definitely a little bit of both. I'm actually, she's one of my special guests here. I'm gonna be performing not a song that's on the EP, because that one I want it to be special. But we have a song. It's actually hers. Okay. But I want to take my time in my spotlight to also shine it on her, and you know what I mean.
That's sweet. That's
and
so
yeah,
cute.
bro, because realistically speaking, she's the one that got me back into music. I had quit for like 3 years.
Wow, really?
I was a whole commercial plumber building hospitals, rights for Disney. And she was like, bro, what the fuck are you
your
doing?
Fucking talent?
You know what I mean? Like, she actually told me, I didn't think you were all that when I watched you on TV, bro. I didn't think you were all that until I witnessed you in person, like recording your music, writing your songs. Like, that was fucking major. I had never witnessed anybody do that themselves. And she was like,
and she saw like the full behind the scenes.
She was like, you're fucking wasting time, bro. Like, you need to quit like today and go back to the shop just because it gives you the freedom. And I kid you not, I quit that same day.
Beautiful.
And I went to the shop that same day.
Oh, that's so sweet. And that you have a lady that supports you and she pushes you and she...
In a crazy way, man. In a crazy way. Obviously, all relationships have their bullshit, guys. You know, it's not all fucking rainbows and sunshine. But through the midst of it all, you know what I'm saying?
You know you got a real one.
Bro.
That's beautiful.
You know what I
I
mean?
love that story. I obviously, you know, I don't know.
A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know that I walked away and she was really the reason why, you know, I came back to it. I lost my way and she like...
She gave you the light. Oh my
yeah,
God.
but she was the light at the end of the tunnel, y'all. So, you know.
What's that? Hold on, because there's so many things I want to ask right now with just a few things that you said.
Yeah.
First, I want to talk about like your writing... your
process.
Your writing process. What it's like creating music with her, your partner. You also mentioned something about you know, that you wanted to potentially sell a song. So I just don't want to forget. We want to talk about how you've been successful with that, if you have at all.
Yeah.
So let's start. Writing process. So what is your writing process like?
It is very free. And I mean free in the sense of I don't sit down and like write on a notebook. I just find a beat. I feel the music. I let the song pretty much write itself. Michael Jackson's words. He said, don't force the song, let the song write itself. So it's all mumbles at first. The whole shit, you know what I mean? And then we go back and, you know, words come to mind and we lay it down. So it's a very free process.
Okay.
And yes, a major inspiration for my song is obviously is my girl. You know what I mean?
You write little sexy songs.
I do.
Love songs.
I do. I'll be writing some sexy shit. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, but you know, clearly,
he's not writing for God. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey man, hey, God made sex. Okay,
I'm just kidding. No, 100%.
No, I know. But she's a major influence in all my songs. You know what I mean?
So does she write with you?
She does.
Yeah.
She does. She writes a lot. In all my songs, she writes. All my songs, she writes. And Landy as well. Okay. You know what I mean? She's
Landy was the guy that you called me with the other day.
Live and Die, yes. And we showed you the song that I'll be performing today.
Oh, that's the one you're gonna do. Oh, okay, that's exciting. Yeah, because you started that one in English and then it went to Spanish. And then the Spanish one, I was like, oh shit.
So he's the one that Live and Die. He's the one that I create with. But they're like my two biggest partners when it comes to this shit. Because, you know, you could write a song by yourself, but everybody's mind is a different universe. Yeah. I'm looking at the Rubik's Cube from this side, but I only see the color red. I mean, you're over there, you see yellow. You're over there, you see green. You're over there, you see blue. You know what I'm saying? Put it all together.
We got a whole little planet going on.
Yeah, so that's how we all work, and it's very free, bro. It's no ego, so everything just flows with us. And then when it comes to the songwriting for others, I personally haven't sold a song just yet, but I have written, like, for example, for Bri, or, you know, for like, you know, for Landy. I'll help him write stuff, you know, for him, or my boy Alex Ritchie in LA. So that's definitely a part of the business that I do want to get into, because I prefer that over being on stage, and a lot of people don't understand why. And obviously, you know, on stage, there's a certain persona you got to be, a certain pressure that comes with it. You got to, you know what I mean? The studio's so free. I don't have to perform for nobody. I could just be myself.
And let whatever comes
If I fuck up, I'm here, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so free. And I get more out of helping others become great than trying to just focus on me being great.
I hear that.
You want to leave a legacy. What bigger legacy than for you to help multiple artists become who they are? You know what I'm saying?
And there's definitely, if you want to look at it in the financial aspect of things,
it's a bag, bro.
Yeah, there's way more money in songwriting, and then you can tap into so many different. Yeah. You don't have to stay like, oh, well, I'm only doing Latin soul. Like, no, I'm a songwriter. I can write whatever you're feeling. You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's pretty.
It's
cool.
more free. You know what I mean? It's more free. It's cooler to sit back when you're 80 years old, God willing. And you're like, okay, what I do for myself? Boom, okay, I had a successful career, great. But I also helped this person, boom, this person, this person, this person. Damn, I helped change all these people's lives. That's what it's about.
And that's your legacy.
You know what I mean?
You know, you're still leaving something behind.
Yeah,
Even
leave this world.
It's not you per se, you know, it's your skill.
Exactly.
That's that's beautiful.
So, you know, that's where we headed with it now. But, you know, obviously still working on my music, which I'll perform soon for you guys. But that's pretty much me and everything that I got going on right now, and you know, in a little bundle.
I love that. I feel like I learned so much little things, you know, like little details that you don't know. Obviously, you know, we don't talk every day, so I wouldn't know these things. And I think it's really cool getting to know you a little bit more. And
yeah, because I think we performed like 3-4 times tops.
Yeah, maybe a handful of times. And you always bring good energy, good vibes, you know, just
now cool you always tell me that's really the only time that we really spoken, and it's always been small talk, you know, like, but you've always been one of those people that it's like you said, you don't view yourself the way people view you. You know, I just go and I do my job, but you've always been like, dude, Vanny, every time you fucking sing, bro.
Yeah, I'm just like, every time I'm just like,
I'm like,
yeah, like, this guy? Like,
I appreciate it.
Then when he does the flips, I'm just like, oh shit, watch out now.
I appreciate it, but you know, it's love, man.
You give flowers where they're due, and
thank you.
And you definitely deserve quite a few bouquets. So hats off to you.
Thank you. No, thank you so much. And don't y'all fall asleep on her, all right? Cause dude, she's a superstar too, guys. Like, yeah. Y'all keep your eye out for Marcella, all right? That's gonna be
I appreciate you.
No, for sure.
But you know, this is about you right now. We're spinning your record. I want to ask you before we go off into your performances, because I think we got, you know, a nice understanding of who you are, how you are, why you are, how you are, and you know what you do. So it's definitely time to view you in action. But what I want to ask you, I like to ask everybody, as an artist, when people listen to your music, what do you want them to take away from? What do you want them to feel afterwards? You know, how do you want them to take your artistry?
I want my music not just to inspire people to be great, but I want my music to talk to souls and help heal souls, you know what I mean? Because especially men don't talk too much about our emotions or what we go
Mental
through.
Health.
And I feel like I have an advantage that I have an outlet, which is music. And that's where I can, even though I'm not being heard by someone, like, you know, we're not talking, but the world is listening to what I'm going through, and I have this space to, you know what I'm saying, and relate to that. I want people to, when they see me, you know, and they want to talk to me about my music, and I'll be like, oh, your music's dope. No, like, I want to hear things like, bro, your music saved me in a point where I was, you know, alone and dark, or, you know, your music changed my life. Your music, you know, speaks to me. That's what I'm seeking from it. You know what I mean? I get it. The recognition is dope and it's fun, blah, blah, blah. But that shit gets tiring. Yeah. I want my music to really heal. You know what I mean? I want to make healing music. You know, not just shake that ass, drop it low. I gotta no. I want to talk about.
You can't really do that in Latin soul. I don't think.
Yeah, and I mean, and even if I do, I'm gonna do it in a way where it's like,
it's soothing,
sexy, and it's more like, oh shit, you just say you want to fuck, but you said it in this way, and that's just you know, that's nice. You know, so
it's nice.
You know, I didn't say take your clothes off, like, you know what I mean, like, baby, you a flower, let me take off, you know, your petals one by one, like, just shit like that. You're poetic.
I hear you.
Yeah, but yeah, man, I definitely want people to find healing in my music.
Well, they definitely can find healing in your voice.
Thank you.
Just to start, but we're about to see, you know, what you really got going on. Are you ready to spin the record?
Now, I'm nervous as shit, but we here, baby. I'm ready.
Cool. Well, I'm super excited. Thank you so much for being here.
Marcella, thank you for having me. Man.
Anytime.
It's amazing to be here. Anytime. Anytime. Yo, Vanny, I'm here, man. I'm here. I always make time for y'all. So
thank you.
I appreciate you.
Let's spin this motherfucking record.
Yeah.
Woo!
Said we'd be together, said I was forever. Who knew we'd be so wrong? Put your lipstick on my shirt, cause you miss the smell of my cologne. Been just distant friends when we started. Tell me when we fell apart. And I'm sitting here broken hearted. Guess I played my part. But I'll be missing your love. I'll be craving your love. Your goodbyes is like a knife through my heart. You left a scar, and I can't stay far from you, 'cause I still want your love. Still want your love. Mi debilidad, un cuarto lleno de mujeres, pero eres la única que me pone mal. Tu sensualidad es la clave para robarme la atención con tu mirada. Solo tú me pone a temblar y no puedo evitar que siempre estés en mis pensamientos. Como quisiera estar disfrutando tu cuerpo, sentirte por dentro. No hay, no hay, no hay alguien como tú. No hay, no hay, no hay alguien como tú. Quiero disfrutar tu desnudez, sentir tu piel y hacerlo lento, sin parar, una y otra vez. Put me to the test, tu experimento. Don't think you understand how badly I wish I could be that nigga there by your side, just to love you right and fuck you right. Me pone a temblar y no puedo evitar que siempre estés en mis pensamientos. Como quisiera estar disfrutando tu cuerpo, sentirte por dentro. No hay, no hay, no hay alguien como tú. No hay, no hay, no hay alguien como tú. No te quiero ver, en la misma vez extraño tu piel y la forma en la que me tocaba, y otra vez me intoxiqué. Y yo no sé qué hacer, si ignorarte te respondo otra vez y caemos de nuevo en tu cama, y otra vez yo me envicié. Yo también me envicié con tu actitud, tu mirar y tu caminar. Yo también me envicié, porque tienes la cura pa' toda mi locura. Y si te atreves, te puesta para la aventura. Ya no me so fast. You're the drug that I need. I don't need no liquor, don't need smoke to get high. 'Cause you're my vice. I hope you know it ain't a problem. If you wanna spend the night, I got options. We can do it in the master, or take it to the kitchen where it heat up, 'cause that cake is disaster. If we make it to the futon, toss you over in that salad like some croutons. With a body that good, you can't do wrong. But if you wanna slide tonight, for you I got the time. Yo también me envicié con tu actitud, con tu mirar y tu caminar. Yo también me envicié, porque tienes la cura pa' toda mi locura. Y si te atreves te puesta pa' la aventura. Ya no me mires así, que si me acerco te provoco. Tú me tocas, yo me dejo, volvemos a empezar. Ya no me mires así, me calentas y me sofoco. Ya no me mires así, que si me acerco te provoco. Tú me tocas, yo me dejo, volvemos a empezar. Ya no me mires así, me calentas y me sofoco. Volvemos a empezar.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, it's Vanny here on Spin the Record, man. It's been a pleasure to be here. I've had a great time, an amazing time. So if you haven't checked that out, please come through, check it out. Watch me sign my bio now. Yeah.
Said we'd be together, said I was forever. Who knew we'd be so wrong? Put your lipstick on my shirt, 'cause you miss the smell of my cologne.